The heartrending stories from Karur in Tamil Nadu, where a rally by the TVK president and actor Vijay turned into a horrific stampede, snuffing out at least 39 lives on Saturday, speak of lapses that have become too familiar in recent times. Poor planning, faulty communication, insufficient understanding of the crowd's behavior, and the very important failure to damage control measures. Viewers, the images from that evening are chilling. Parents carrying lifeless children in their arms, young men clawing their way out of a human crush, breathless and bloodied. Viewers, women were weeping into microphones, asking why there was no water, no space to breathe, no one to help. These are not statistics. These are families destroyed because a political spectacle was more valued than human safety. Viewers, let us recall the facts. Firstly, permission was granted only for 10,000 people. The TVK assured the police it expected not more than 10,000. Yet, by the time Vijay arrived, very late, nearly 30,000 gathered in scorching Karur sun. The crowd waited for hours, growing restless, desperate for a glimpse of their superstar. And when his convoy finally appeared, devotion turned deadly. Viewers, people surged forward, pushing, falling, and trampling. In seconds, celebration collapsed into carnage. At the venue, Vijay spoke from the top of a big van. Many couldn't hear him. A tree branch snapped under the weight of fans who had climbed it for a better view. Viewers' panic spread instantly. In those critical minutes, leadership could have made the difference between chaos and calm. But what did the new political messiah do? He threw water bottles at the crowd and then left. Within hours, he was at his beachfront residence in Chennai. While in Karur, bodies were still being pulled out of drainage ditch. Viewers later that day, that night, on X, Vijay posted, "My heart is shattered. I'm writing in unbearable pain." But for the grieving families, those are empty words, very empty words. Condolences cannot replace accountability. Apologies cannot bring back mothers, fathers, and children. Leadership is not about scripted grief, it is about action in the darkest hour. Viewers, and yet again, Vijay is not just another politician, he's a phenomenon, I must say. A superstar whose transition from cinema to politics was always going to shake Tamil Nadu. His fans call him Talapati, which means commander in chief. They see him not a man but a savior. This devotion, built through years of blockbuster movies and underdog roles, has now spilled into the political arena. And therein lies the danger. Viewers, because when politics becomes fandom, reasons disappear, crowds stop being citizens and start being devotees. Criticism becomes blasphemy, accountability becomes optional. In Karur, that blind faith turned lethal. This tragedy should serve as a mirror not just for Vijay but for all of Tamil Nadu's political culture. For decades, cinema and politics have walked hand in hand here. MGR and Jayalalitha built empires out of charisma. Their films were not just entertainment, they were political manifestos in disguise. Today, Vijay aspires to walk on the same path, but he must understand cinematic charisma can draw crowds, it cannot protect them. For that, you need foresight, planning, and above all, you need basic responsibility. The DMK government has announced a probe, but viewers, let's be very honest. Will it be fearless? Will it dare to hold Vijay accountable? Or will his rising popularity shield him from scrutiny? The FIR also does not name him. This in itself tells us how political calculations creep into matters of life and death. And what else, viewers? What else in this very, very, very deadly stampede, which is not an isolated tragedy? India has a long, bloody history of stampedes, from the Kumbh Mela to temple gatherings, from cricket victories to political rallies. Over 3,000 people have lost their lives in stampedes since the year 2000, according to the National Crime Records Bureau or the NCRB. Each year we say never again. Each time it happens ever again. Why? Why is the question? Because we treat lives as expendable, because we treat safety as secondary, because for our leaders, the roar of a crowd is more important than the lives within it. And yet, beneath all the anger and grief, one fact stands out, and this is very, very important and serious. Vijay is here to stay. His rallies are chaotic, but they're also massive in nature. His fandom is very dangerous, but is also undeniable. He is now a political force in Tamil Nadu. But the question remains, is what kind of force will he be in Tamil Nadu? Will he be a leader who learns from this tragedy and transforms his movement into something responsible? Or will he be a star who hides behind charisma while others pay the price for his ambition? Chief Minister M.K. Stalin viewers rushed to Karur past midnight that day, comforted families, announced compensation. Vijay posted grief on social media. This is the difference. This is very telling. Politics is not cinema. In politics, optics cannot replace duty. The families left behind deserve more than just compensation. They deserve justice. They deserve answers. Above all, they deserve a commitment that this will never happen again. But will it never happen again is the question. Because if politics cannot protect the people, then politics has failed. Because we must face the uncomfortable truth tonight. These deaths were preventable, very preventable. They were not an accident. They were the result of negligence, of arrogance, of a culture that treats human lives as collateral damage in the pursuit of power and popularity. Viewers, if this is the price of political passion, it is too high. Vijay and every politician and every other political leader in this country must be held to one simple truth. In democracy, people are not props, they are the purpose. Thank you.